This is TWiT.
I think Mary Jo was talking last week about how there's a set of updates coming in October and November that will be part of 22H2 that we're not getting today. And this new Photos app is one of those things. I don't know why they would include it in that list because it's just an app. It can be updated at any time. But now they are testing that version of the app in the Insider preview in the dev channel. So basically, they've changed the UI. It's more of a normal Windows 11 style app with the navigation bar on the side instead of top-mounted links. And they got rid of the internal video editor, which was kind of garbage anyway. But now they have Clipchamp, which, as we know, is an excellent, if ridiculously named, video editor. So they'll assume that you're going to use that for video editing.
Yeah. Good. And I
don't know who uses like Photos app to do old-fashioned-y things like download pictures from a camera or a device, like to your computer.
I think if you plug a camera in, it will auto-launch unless you do it otherwise. Yeah.
Yep. I'm just saying, it seems to me those kinds of use cases are going away. Or
really? I would bet most people do that. You thinking they're installing some other app for their photography?
No, I don't think they're putting them on their computer at all. I think what people are doing is
they're not
downloading them, syncing them to a cloud service, right? If you, for example, look, if you're a Microsoft guy or whatever, and you really want to use Microsoft services and everything, you can back it up to OneDrive automatically. And when you do that, you'll see them in Windows 11 in the Photos app automatically. They're just there. You don't have to download them to your computer. So I just feel like this is, I mean, I'm 55 years old and I don't do this. I mean, how old do you have to be to want to do this? It's kind of an old-fashioned thing. Like, I don't know.
It's like writing
obviously
checks.
They're a professional. Yes. Right, exactly. They're a professional photographer. I know there are always use cases. I know there are reasons, but I think most people just don't need it.
So Michael, our 19-year-old for years, almost 20, by the way, in November.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's had a bank account, but no checking account. We didn't bother getting checks.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, the union says, send us a check.
People are like, send us a voided check. I'm like, a check?
Voided check. I'll send you an old-timey sepia-tone picture of a check. What are you talking about?
I had to go buy counter checks because I needed a voided check.
Yeah, we had to buy checks. It's so funny. So funny.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the Photos thing, right? Like people used to just go, like after your vacation, you plug the camera into your PC and get your photos.
Plug your point and shoot in. They'd go all
Apple got a lot more credit for this than Microsoft, but in the same month of the same year, both Bill Gates and Steve Jobs used some version of the phrase, the PC is now the center of your digital life.
Yes.
And you sync all your devices to it. It was the middle of all the spokes, right?
It lives in the middle.
And then over time, it became just one of many devices and the cloud was in the middle. And that's true whether you use iPhone and Apple stuff or if you use Google and whatever, if you use Microsoft devices, the cloud is in the center of this. So you, like I said, if you're a Microsoft guy, you might want to put that stuff up in OneDrive. My photos in OneDrive and Google Drive, Google Photos rather. I'm sure a lot of Apple people put them in iCloud. God help you all. That's fine.
I put mine in Google Photos. That's where mine are.
Yeah, and a sensible spot, I might add.
I mean, you take them on your Android phone. Where are you going to put them?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, most people probably their photos are on their phone. So they don't even think about it.
And Amazon has free unlimited storage. If you're a Prime customer, you can put them all in there too.
I keep thinking about this because I'm like, I am an Amazon Prime customer, so probably I should do that, right? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to, but the problem for people, like, if you're, but not, see, my thing is like, well, okay, but I have like 3 trillion photos I took before today, and I really want those everywhere too. So what's that look like?
Well, if you had started at the beginning, you would have had them all and everywhere. So the reason I like Amazon is if you're an Amazon Prime customer, they store the originals. So I do the Amazon, I do the Google, and
I do originals on Amazon. I mean on Google, but you would
for that. I pay for that. Yeah, it's not too expensive. I get it anyway because we use.
These are my pictures. Like I mean,
it's worth it.
I pay for it.
I have in fact in the past restored all my pictures from Google Photos. Grateful that I had a copy there. Because I screwed up somehow and synchronized an empty folder to my photos folder. Whoops.
In the old days, when you used to download photos to a computer and organize them into folder structures. Now, of course, I'm who I am, so they were super logical. And then you could upload those later or at any time to like OneDrive or some other service. If you upload stuff like that to Google Photos, they just go as like a giant collection of photos, and they rely on search to find things and all that kind of stuff. But if you uploaded them to OneDrive, like they're still there in that folder format. And I got to say, it's pretty nice. A friend of mine literally this past week contacted me and said, "Hey, do you remember when this photo was taken?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And I went back to OneDrive. I went to 1988. I went down to the, found the event, and I'm like, this is where we were. This is what we were doing. I sent him a few more photos.
Isn't that great? I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. A little harder with the modern.
That's where Google sings, although Apple does that. Does Microsoft's Photos do that kind of stuff?
Yeah. That's what I used, actually. I used OneDrive.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so you could, does it do people?
Yep.
It does places.
Places, things, whatever.
Dogs and stuff. Oh, good. And it's doing that locally, or is it doing on the cloud?
No, this is up in the cloud.
Okay.
I often find going to the cloud is the best solution. Sometimes I'll try to use an app on my phone, which is terrible because it's so small, or just going through the file system of Windows. And inevitably, no. It's like a load of web browser. And just go, and it's like, like right in there, like really quick.